Welcome, dear viewer, to my DTube series. My name is Erik Gustafsson and I go by the handle @Flax on Steam and DTube and the Flax on YouTube. So today I would like to give a little more focus on building up 50 Steem Power. And the importance about building up 50 Steem Power is all about resource credits. And I want to specifically talk about leasing Steem Power through dlease.io. And I just leased yesterday 1000 Steem Power for just over 46 Steem. The prices for leasing Steem Power on DLease has dropped significantly, and I got an APR of 12.2%, and they were over 20% like just 2 or 3 months ago. So prices for leasing Steem Power has dropped very significantly, and this means that it's much cheaper to lease Steem Power than it was before. So you can literally get 100 Steem Power for less than 5 Steem by leasing Steem Power. It won't be your own Steem Power, of course, and that is very important to build, but if you take a portion of the earnings that you get in Steem and lease some Steem Power, then you can use that Steem Power as your own, because it will be delegated to you and it will be paid for through this lease, which you go and do with dlease.io. And it's also very important to go through something like DLease, because if the delegator, the one that you are leasing the Steem Power from, should take back the delegation, then DLease will refund the money, because they are paying out daily to the person delegating to you. And that means that the funds, the rest of the funds, is already in the DLease account. They hold them in escrow and pay them out on a daily basis, and that means that if the delegation gets cut for some reason, whatever that is, then you get a refund of for the rest of the lease. Not the things that have already been paid, of course, because that has already been delegated to you, but the rest of the lease you get a refund for. So that means that you have an added extra security. And dlease.io is run by MenaBooster, so I can't say that they will continue to be trustworthy, but so far they have been, and it does, as I said, it does put an extra security on this. But back to leasing Steem Power. So as I said, you can get 100 Steem Power, leased Steem Power, for less than 5 Steem. Now that is leverage, really, because that's really cheap, okay? And it's not just for a short amount of time either, because we're talking about 18 weeks. An 18-week lease is what you get for 100 Steem Power for 18 weeks for less than 5 Steem, okay? So what I did, I went to dlease.io and I signed in with my through Steem Connect. Yeah, through Steem Connect. And then I put in the numbers. I always go for 18 weeks because it's long enough to get a good rate, because you're also paying for the undelegation period, which is 5 days extra. And it's also short enough to not have to pay too much up front, because if you take like 4 weeks, for example, you will be able to lease a lot more, but it's also not a very good rate when you do the numbers. So a longer period is much better, and that's why I go with 18 weeks. It's kind of a sweet spot that I have found when doing the numbers on dealist.io and comparing them and stuff like that. So it's a really great way to increase the Steem power that you are voting with, and to have resource credits and all that stuff for a very cheap price. So that's my recommendation, but as always, that is my opinion. You need to do your own research and seek legal counsel if you're uncertain and all that stuff. So yeah, that was all for me for today. This was Erik Gustafsson, and I'm at Flux on Steam and DTube, and I'm the Flux on YouTube. And stay awesome. Thank you.